And we begin with breaking news. U.S. authorities say that they have captured the man accused of the killing of right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk. The governor of the state of Utah and the FBI director gave an update on the manhunt a short while ago. They said a family member helped turn the 22-year-old suspect into police. Kirk was shot and killed while speaking at a university campus in Utah on Wednesday. The suspect is said to have become, quote, more political in the run-up to the shooting and expressed to family members his dislike of Charlie Kirk's viewpoints. I want to go straight now to our Washington correspondent, Janelle Dumalaon. She's been following this story. Janelle, authorities in Utah held a press conference a short while ago. What more can you tell us about the person who is now in custody?
Brent, we certainly learned a lot from that press conference, starting with the suspect's name. But of course, our German media broadcasting laws prevent us from releasing that name, but it is out there. He is 22 years old, a native of Utah. We learned that he was not a student at the university where Charlie Kirk was speaking before he got shot. And as you said, what appeared to have happened is this. A family member contacted a family friend. That family friend then contacted law enforcement to say that the suspect had confessed to killing Charlie Kirk. Now, family members also told investigators that the suspect had grown increasingly political over the years, had grown very vocal about his dislike for Charlie Kirk. He said that Charlie Kirk is full of hate. He also mentioned at a dinner that he knew that Charlie Kirk was coming to speak at Utah Valley University. Investigators also spoke to the suspect's roommate, who showed them messages on the Discord app from the suspect where he made references to needing to retrieve a rifle from a drop point. That rifle, of course, is thought to be the rifle that was used to shoot Charlie Kirk. Now, staying with the gun, Brent, we have also been reporting that there were some engravings found on the bullet casings that were inside that rifle that is thought to have used to shoot Charlie Kirk. Now we've learned a little bit more about those engravings. So some of those engravings read, on one it says, "Hey, fascist, catch." Now this is one where Governor Spencer Cox of Utah actually said, I think that speaks for itself. On another one, it said Bella Ciao. Bella Ciao, that of course is an anti-fascist anthem. And on another, it says, if you read this, you are gay, LMAO. So going back to the governor's remarks there, to him that appears to indicate, if not motive, at least the mindset that the suspect had, especially with regard to Charlie Kirk. Now, the officials in Utah also gave more details about the suspect's movements that day. He arrived at 8:29 on the campus in a gray Dodge Challenger, wearing one outfit. He then changed into that black outfit that we saw in the images circulated by the FBI, presumably while he was doing the shooting, and then he changed back into the outfit that he was wearing that morning. And it was these clothes that he was wearing when he was apprehended at around 10 p.m. local time in southwestern Utah. He is currently now at Utah County Jail, and forensic analysis of the evidence is ongoing.
Okay, our very own Washington correspondent Janelle Dumalaon with the latest for us. Janelle, as always, thank you. Joining me here in the studio now is our reporter, Michelle Stockman. Michelle has lived in Utah. She went to college there. She knows the community and its dynamics very well. So, Michelle, tell us more about Utah, where the killing happened.
So this is a ruby red state. You would think this would be playing to the home team for Charlie Kirk, a reliably Republican state that's voted Republican for presidential elections for decades. But there are many shades of red now in Utah. Most Utahns really prefer that kind of courtly republicanism of like George Bush, Mitt Romney. And there's a younger crowd of Utahns that really adhere to the Trump MAGA stance that Charlie Kirk preaches, but that's also starting to crack. I would say over the past 15 years, with the advent of the internet, new ideas, more liberal ideas, people from out of state are moving in, kind of changing the political landscape. And that particular campus, Utah Valley University, that's seen as a place where if you don't really want to go to BYU, which is the Mormon university. Yeah, that's where the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which really is the reason for a lot of the conservatism in Utah. That's their university. If you don't want to go there, Utah Valley University is a place where there's a little bit more freedom of thought, freedom of action, and so this would be the perfect place for Charlie Kirk to hold this kind of debate that he'd want to have.
The assassination of Charlie Kirk, it has drawn renewed attention to the polarization and I would say political violence in the United States and how the two go together. How big of a problem is this?
I think a lot of people think somehow the United States has crossed a Rubicon of sorts. You heard that from the governor of Utah talking about his concerns. And we are seeing some really concerning events. We've seen 2 assassination attempts on President Trump. We've seen an attempt on the governor of Pennsylvania, who's a Democrat. We've seen assassinations of Democratic state senators in Minnesota. And you're hearing a lot of pundits in the hours after this assassination saying, I'm going to be more careful about my political speech. I just want to say, my little sister is a politician, for a local politician in America. And, you know, we're on the phone and she's talking about a lot of the other council members along with her are worried about their security and they think they really need to start being serious about it.
Charlie Kirk is being treated as a national hero by the Trump administration. I'm wondering, what did he represent then for the people who did not subscribe to his beliefs?
So for people who did not subscribe to his beliefs, he came across as someone who was bigoted at the very worst. Someone who was anti-DEI, someone who was anti-Islamic, someone who was anti-LGBTQ, even a misogynist. I mean, some of the things he said, women over 30 are not marriageable material. He would be concerned about riding in a plane with a black pilot, worried that it was a DEI hire. So he said some difficult things, but the people who did agree with him, he made it cool to be Christian, young, and faithful. And to go out and talk with people who disagree with him, to have a debate with them, a lot of people on both sides of the aisle thought that was really cool.
All right, our reporter Michelle Stockman. Michelle, valuable reporting, good also to get personal insights. We appreciate it.